I know, bar chords can be hard. I've been there myself and so have many of my students. That's exactly why I wrote this special song, to make learning them more musical, more fun and way more practical than just dry exercises. The first chord we need for this song is built from the E major chord, which most of us already have learned at some point. We usually play it with our first, second and third finger. However, for this song we're going to play it a bit different. We use our second, third and fourth finger, like that, so that our first finger is free to use as a bar chord later. Next we move up this shape to the 8th fret like this, and this is our first chord for the song. Then play 3 times the 6th string, then twice the chord, and then we move it down to the 6th fret. I do it in time. After that, we're gonna play the E string or the 6th string again 7 times. These are the first 2 bars of the A part. Let's repeat them to get the first 4 bars. Two important tips. Keep your fingers rounded. They are really round like that. Not like this, like that. Bring them down from above at a 90-degree angle. So this is 0, this is 90. So you're really pushing into the fretboard from here. Not like that. This way the pressure goes straight down into the fretboard and each note rings out clearly. Now we're going to switch to chord shape coming from the A major chord. Most of you probably already know this chord too, but instead of using the first, second and third finger, we're going to use only our third finger to make a small bar across the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. You're using one finger to press down the notes that we normally play with 3. This time it's different. The finger isn't round at all. It's almost parallel to the fretboard. Now we're going to play this chord 5 times. Then move it up 2 frets to the 4th fret and play it 3 times. I play it in time. Next we're going to use a different chord shape based on the A minor chord. The fingers are the same as the one we used before on the E chord, but it's just played on different strings. Typical, again, we would play it 1, 2, 3, and again we're gonna play it 2, 3, 4. And now we're gonna move that whole thing to the 5th fret, like that. And now play the new learned chord in the 5th fret, and then go back to the other chord. I play it in time. If you play that twice, we have bars 4 and 8 of our song. Now we're going to the bar chords on all 6 strings. We're going to take our first finger and lay it across all the strings at the 2nd fret, like this. The finger isn't completely straight. It has a slight curve to it. And we're not pressing with the soft underside of the finger, but rather with the edge. That's why we have to turn it a little like that. For the next 2 bars, we just train the first finger on its own. It's important to understand that we're not trying to forcefully squeeze the neck and our hand together. Instead, we're creating leverage by slightly rotating our wrist. Think of this pencil. If you want to break it just by squeezing it from both sides like this, it would not have much strength. However, if we twist it like that, creating leverage between those 2 fingers, you probably could break the pencil. I don't want to do it now. Now we play our bar chord on the 2nd fret on all strings. We are going to play an arpeggio. That means we play single strings. And now we move everything up to the 4th fret. And now if we put that together, it sounds like this. Now for the next part, we go back to our first shape, the E shape, in the 6th fret, what we played before like that. But now we're going to add our first finger as well, like this. We're not doing a full bar yet. We're just using it to play the 6th string at the 5th fret, like that. Now we move everything up 2 frets and do the same thing. Bars 10 to 14 together sound like this. There is also an alternative version for the first 4 bars to train your first finger's independence a bit more. First we play the E shape, but now with the bar. We're combining what we practiced earlier. It's essentially the same chord as the one from the end of the A section, but this time our first finger is doing a full bar. We're playing it at the 5th fret like I'm doing it right now. When you play these notes one after another, they not only sound beautiful, but you can also clearly hear whether you're fretting the chord right. Here are some of the most common reasons why they don't sound. You're not getting enough pressure into the fretboard. That doesn't always mean you need to press harder, but rather that you need to use the leverage of your hand better. Another similar issue is that the pressure is not the same across the whole bar. For example, you're pressing more with the top part of the finger or with the bottom part of the finger. All the finger has to put the pressure on all the strings that they sound good. You don't have the right curve for your bar. You might laying it down to flat and not using this part of the finger, what we talked before. Our fingers have small grooves in them, and if the string lands exactly on one of those grooves, we don't have enough strength to press it down. So we have to sometimes just shift it a little. Another issue could be that the fingers 2, 3, and 4 are not round enough. We have them too flat. We're stopping strings under them. Now we go back to our song. If we move the same thing we did before on the 5th fret to the 7th fret, we're going to move our 3rd finger up to the 7th fret like that. And now we're going to use our 1st finger on the 7th fret on the 5th string, and we play those 4 notes. And again, we play them not together, we play them as an arpeggio. We're using again the A minor shape from before. We move it up to the 5th fret, and now we put a bar from the 5th string to the 1st string. And now those 2 bars together in rhythm. This is the first part of the B section. Again, at the beginning, some of these chords might not sound as clean as you'd like. For this, you can use the same checklist from earlier to troubleshoot and improve them. Now we also adding the E minor shape. This is just the E shape, what we used before, but without the 2nd finger. This comes from the E minor chord, what we all know, like this, but we would use the 3rd and 4th finger. And now we do it on the 2nd fret. Then we play it on the 4th fret, again as minor. And then we play the major version of the E form on the 5th fret and 3 times on the 7th fret. We're going to do something similar with the A minor shape. We'll play it first at the 9th and 11th fret. And then switch to the major versions at the 12th and 14th frets. So bars 5 to 8 from the B section together. So you can hear both parts in context. I'll now play the A section and the B section for you with the tabs on screen so you can play along. If you want more songs and exercises like that, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.